Hello everyone, hope you are well. Today I am going to do the 7th episode of the series I have been doing about emotional resilience. And today it is about how you respond to your emotions. Before I go into how we respond to the emotions, as today is the last episode, I want to wrap up by giving some clarity about emotions in itself and how we link our emotions to our actions and behavior and habits. I am Menaka. I am a transformation with resilience coach. The reason I'm passionate and I speak and coach and write about resilience is because of my journey, my experiences. I wrote a book called Resilience Learned, which is a bestseller. If you want to know more, please look at the previous episodes or drop a text to me or send a message and I'll be happy to discuss that further. Coming back to emotions. What are emotions? The scientists and psychologists have done a lot of research in this area to find exactly why we feel emotions and how it makes us act in a certain way. Including myself, we usually blame our actions, our behavior, our habits on our emotions, right? Because I used to say, I have chocolates when I'm sad, when I'm angry, when I'm upset, when I'm distressed. What we are saying is actually that sadness, that anger, that distress is responsible for how we are behaving in a certain way. Or if we think even further, we are thinking someone or something or some kind of experience is making us behave in that certain way. What is shocking for me, what was shocking for me and very surprising for many people is actually the only people who are responsible for emotions is ourselves. So in essence, it comes down to the fact how we act, how we behave, and our habits. We are the only people who are responsible for it. Why is that? That's because the science very clearly shows that emotions come from our past experiences. It's best said when they explain it saying who we are is because of where we have been. So what do I mean by it? For example, when we are having a celebration, when we are having that champagne, when we are dancing till the midnight, we are chatting away to glory, or we are having that chocolate cake, we are feeling elated, we are feeling happy, we are experiencing joy, right? What happens is then the brain is wiring that emotion of being elated, being happy, being joyful to those events or those experiences or those people. So basically the brain is taking snapshots of those things and thinking this particular emotion is linked to these particular experiences of people or things, and it links it. Then what happens is in future, when we are something similar, so we are probably not party as such, but when we have a champagne or when we have a chocolates or when we are with certain people, the brain thinks, okay, fine, it starts to predict or it starts to link things up and it comes up with the best possible chance or prediction of what it could be, and it kind of directs you to say that's the emotion. So that's all is what is happening. On top of it, what we normally do is when we are happy, we keep telling stories to ourselves or other people, right? And if you think about it really well, after a long time, the story is not even exactly the same, because we have altered that story consciously or subconsciously, and it has changed. It might be slight change, it might be a bit more, but it depends on how we have processed that entire thing. On the contrary, it also happens to the opposite. So if we have met with a car accident, if we have gone through grief, if we have lost everything in a business, we also feel sadness, anger, disgust, these emotions. And exactly similar way, the brain tries to link these things up. So when you are faced with a certain kind of situation or certain person, suddenly the brain predicts it might be exactly the same. And the brain goes even one step further. What it does is it tries to protect you by that emotion. So when you start feeling that emotion, you feel so uncomfortable, you don't want to do that anymore, or you don't want to be in that situation anymore, or you don't want to experience that anymore. So sometimes if we have made fun of ourselves or done really badly on an exam, or as a speaker on the stage, then we are very reluctant to put ourselves through the same thing again, because our emotions are trying to protect us. Good. So let's go back to how we respond to emotions. Now, so that we know that emotions are only a prediction and we are the only people who are actually responsible for that emotion, now we can think and we have the choice how we want to respond to it, right? For me, it is 4 A's. The first is always ask questions. Now, since you particularly know that you are the person who is responsible for the emotion and the emotions are only prediction from the past experiences, you should ask more questions. Why are you feeling it? How you are feeling it? What is evoking that emotion? Is it correct in the first place? Second thing is always ask and acquire. So, what do I mean by acquire? Know about it. How you can deal with these emotions. Might be it's coaches, it's books, it's courses, or mentors, or family members. It really doesn't matter, but make sure you acquire those tools and strategies and knowledge how to deal with these emotions so much better, so that you can build up the emotional resilience. The third one is adapt. Once you ask the questions, you clarified it, and then you acquired all the toolkit, be ready to change, because regardless how much you know, how much is telling you what to do, or whatever is happening around you, unless you want to change it, nothing will happen. So that is why it's important to be open-minded, be ready to change. Otherwise, it's like Albert Einstein says, if you keep doing the same thing and expect different results, it's insanity, right? So it's exactly the same thing. You should be able to and be prepared to adapt. Next A is start taking action. Even if you change, even if you want to change, even if you want to do all these things, acquire the toolkit, everything you have, unless you want to take that first step, nothing will change. So when you are creating habits, now the science says you have to do it for 66 days. It used to be 21 days, but now they say 66 days. So what do I mean by it is repetition. It's like driving, right? When we start driving, we have to think about, we have to look at the mirror, we have to put the signal, and then we have to maneuver. But after a while, when experienced drivers, we just do it. It's the same with cooking. Firstly, we are like so to the point that we want to follow a recipe, right? Or bake a cake, just put this ingredient, this many grams, that many grams, this many much of spice. But after a while, you know it so well, you don't need that anymore. It's exactly the same way is the habits. So once you start knowing how to create a habit with and how to regulate these emotions and how you respond to a situation, to a person or something, you are most likely to respond to a situation so much better. Change is the only constant denominator in our life, particularly right now. With COVID-19, we have unprecedented situation. So many of us are scared or frightened about losing loved ones or loved ones being ill, businesses, how to function, whether we will lose our jobs, and what we are going to cope with our financial situations. So at this point, it is even more important for you to be equipped and know how to develop your emotional intelligence. So that's it for today. And with this episode, how to respond to your emotions, I complete my series of emotional resilience. Please do share with anyone who will benefit from this, as to with as many people as you can. Please comment below if you have any questions. Leave me a message, and please subscribe to my channel on YouTube if you can get this content later on. And if you have any ideas what topic I should be speaking about next, please feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. My email is menaka@menaka.co.uk, and I'll definitely respond to you. That's it for now. Till I see you with the next topic, stay safe, stay happy, and stay connected. Thank you.